Hello, my name is Jenny. I live here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and on this channel you will find videos on how life here in Jeddah and in Saudi is. And this video gives you information on how to obtain your certificate of good conduct or your criminal record from the police station. We have put together 6 easy to follow steps that you can then retrace with us and get your certificate easier, hopefully, than we did. First and foremost, this video is our own experience and times change. We filmed this video in April 2021, so please go and check if the tips that we give you here are still up to date. And get the police clearance record as long as you are in Saudi Arabia, because it is not possible to get it after you have left the country. Only as long as you have an Iqama, you can obtain such a record. So do it as long as you are still here and while you are planning for your final exit. Okay, so we have arrived. So as I said, we want the certificate of good conduct. What they told us what we need to bring is the residency card for Saudi Arabia. And this is basically, it's called the Iqama. So this is where you go everywhere with. And then, of course, the passport, the German passport. And we had to send them a copy of both before we arrive here, since they have to print us this letter. Most probably we will not be allowed to film in there because we have to leave the phones outside. So we will get back to you once we have accomplished something. The most important thing I had brought was a big book in order to read while we have to wait there. Now here we are 5 minutes later, and they have printed out already a paper, and it has our passport with it and everything. And yeah, so this was the first step. It was finished in like 5 minutes. And now the next step is we have to go with these things, get them translated because they are in German. Now, after having passed like 3 translation shops, and all of them were supposed to be open but all were closed, apparently translation shops only work in the afternoon, we now get our German certificates translated into Arabic. Good, so it is now essentially 2 days later, because we had yesterday Friday, which is a weekend, so nothing happens on Friday. And yeah, it is now 1 p.m. The guy told us that we can pick up the papers translated before 2, between 12 and 2. And this is what we were trying to do. Later, we are here with a very official looking document and so weiter. They are saying that they are allowed to translate, and here we have our translation that we want to apply for a paper of good conduct, certificate of good conduct. Going to the Chamber of Commerce, you will need an appointment, which you book on the website that we have given above. You go on the website and you click Ministry Services, which I show here. Then with the Ministry Services, you have Ratification Service for Documents. And here you go then down to starting the service. You have to enter then all your personal data, and you have to find the documents which you want to add. You go and add new documents and go on certification of police record clearance. You pay the documents via the Sadat system, or you can pay in the Chamber of Commerce directly, but it is much easier to go via the Sadat system before. Then you go at the appointed time to the Chamber of Commerce, And they even have a business woman section, so where you can go as a woman and you get your documents stamped.
As per the original requirements, you would need an attestational confirmation on your documents from the side of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Saudi Arabia, since the request is initiated via the consulate. But with the help of the gentleman who was accompanying us and supporting us here in the authorities, we managed to bypass this level. So very important, if possible, always do and arrange it with the support of a Saudi gentleman or a lady who knows these affairs.
So and here you can see it again. It says your letter must be attested by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But we had the Saudi gentleman, or how we call them here, the guy. Please meet our guy. Guy, it is a former colleague of my dad, and he knows his way around the ministry. It was unbelievable to watch. He could talk to people and he knew where to go, and it was just really cool to go with him. He made the process so much easier. I think if he would not have been there, we would have been stopped at the gate of the Department of Criminal Evidence and we would not have passed it. So this was really helpful. You can, of course, we saw people who did it alone, but it is much easier if you have the guy. The appointment for your time at the Department of Criminal Evidence you book via the Upshare system. So you open Upshare, then you find here appointments, you click on book an appointment, and then you get a confirmation that looks like this. And now important is that you need to print out this confirmation. You cannot bring it on your phone. Okay, so today is an exciting part. So what we are going to do is we are going to go to the police station, to the criminal section. Hopefully we will get out again, and we will have our fingerprints taken. So this is the next step after the Ministry of the Chamber of Commerce, you go to the police station and you have your fingerprints taken, and then it will take 5 days. And then,
of course, since we are going to the police station, it's very important to buckle up. We don't want to be caught, let's say, by any criminal offense which might jeopardize our task.
We arrived at the, criminal department chapter. I have to say I usually leave these things to my dad, who can then go and sort paperwork out. Going to authorities or so is not so much my thing. I always wish him good luck, but I stay home. And I mean, in general, you try to avoid the police, but today we will go there and I'm sure it will be fine. But I have to say I am so nervous. Anyway, we will report back once we have all 10 fingers in ink. So now, what do we need to take? You need to make an appointment via Upshare and make an appointment for this, that you want a police certificate. Then you need to print the appointment, very important. You cannot come with the appointment on your phone. And when you have printed the appointment, you go there and then and you arrive at your appointment, and then they will put you in the system. So you cannot just come like this. We just came like this, and this is not possible. So for women it's easier. Women just can go without an appointment and you come with all your papers that you need. You need to bring your Iqama, and then you get a paper slip like this where they will check now for 10 days. They will check if my certificate is good, and then I come back in 10 days and I will bring a photo, and then I should get it and I should be done. So men need to do an appointment via Absher. Women can just come like this.
Our fingerprints have been taken already. They are registered electronically, so we do not need to go through the entire process, you know, with the ink and then one by one the fingers. And we check now whether you have any criminal record or whatsoever on the file, and afterwards the document will be issued. So it is a bit easier than we originally thought.
So here we are now 10 days later, and we are going to pick up today our certificate of good conduct. For the entry we are going to need the ICAMA. You might need one pass photo. We have the paper slip that they gave us last time when we registered, because this is what we will need at the gate in order to have to gain entrance. And then we have the actual paper that is asking for the certificate of good conduct and a copy of the passport and the ICAMA in case they might need it. But actually the request is in the system, and if everything goes well, we are just going to pick it up today.
Let's keep fingers crossed.
We are here. Let's go.
So,
High five.
we got it, everything, and we are happy to have the criminal record negative
On paper.
on paper.
Yes, the Chamber of Commerce again. So the whole process is in the beginning shown again now backwards. So you go again with your documents and go again to the Chamber of Commerce and get them stamped. Remember to pay before for the Sadat system for your documents, and it is 30 real per document. And then you get an official looking stamp like this one.
So, now we are here, close to the German consulate. We are walking in, the weather is nice, it's a bit hot and yeah, so not really convenient. But okay, we hope that we will get the signatures right now.
We will link in the description box our email address if you want a detailed process in writing. So please don't hesitate to contact us if you want all these steps written down for you in more detail and without the film. Wish you best of luck. Let us know how it went.